it's Amy from Infinity Personal Training, and today we're going to make shepherd's pie per request of one of our clients. So shepherd's pie isn't really a bad dish. The only thing that we need to worry about is the crust. It's usually made from potatoes, but today we're going to make it out of cauliflower. So first, what we're going to do is saute our veggies. So let's go through the veggies. First, I have one whole yellow organic onion. All the veggies are organic, I guess I should just say that. Then we have 3 peeled and chopped carrots, 5 cloves of garlic, 2 cups of peas, and 4 ounces of mushrooms. And if you don't like any of these veggies, you could always substitute them out, but these are the typical veggies that are in a shepherd's pie. So what I'm going to do, I already have a tablespoon of coconut oil on the stove on medium heat. I'm just going to throw all this stuff in there and we're just going to saute it. Okay, so I have all the veggies in a pan, and clearly I need to get a bigger pan. So I'm just gonna saute these or let them sweat a little bit, and then while that's happening, I'm also going to start browning the meat. So I have a pound, and the recipe should be 1.5 pounds, but I'm using the Costco packages, and it's like 1 1/3 pounds. So whatever, it works. So I'm just gonna start browning the meat on medium heat as well. So okay, now we're gonna season the meat. So what I have here is I have a tablespoon of each of these. We have a tablespoon of black pepper, sea salt, oregano, thyme, and rosemary. So I'm just gonna throw those all in there and try not to drop this. And lastly, we're gonna put a tablespoon of coconut aminos. This replaces soy sauce. So I'm going to put a tablespoon of that. Alright, mix that in. And as you can see, I had to split up my veggies. My little pan wasn't cutting it. So I'm just going to incorporate that all in to the meat. And it's pretty much brown. You don't want to overcook it because we are going to bake the whole mixture together, so it just needs to be brown. So I'm gonna remove that from the stove. I'm gonna check on my veggies. They still need a little bit. The carrots are the only thing that really need to be a little bit soft. Everything else is pretty soft. So I'm gonna give those a couple more minutes. While the veggies are cooking, I'm gonna pour our meat into this is 11 by 7 casserole pan. And I have another backup just in case there's too much and I need to switch it, but this seems like it's going to be okay. So the veggies are now done. I'm just going to pour this onto here. And I also have a pot of water boiling on the stove for the cauliflower mash. If you have more pots than I do, you could probably do everything at the same time so that the cauliflower mash is actually done when this is done. But I don't have enough pans. For the mixture is we're going to put a cup of beef broth or chicken stock, either one, whatever you have on hand, or whatever you prefer. Alright, so I'm going to pour that in there. My cameraman missed my pouring. It was very important. Alright, so I'm just going to mix it, incorporate it, and it smells delicious. Now, if you have the cauliflower mash done, you would just put it on top. I don't, so now we're going to go over here. This is the cauliflower. I just cut it up in pieces, and I'm just going to throw it in the boiling water until it's soft. Last step, we're going to make cauliflower mash. This is exactly the same one we made for the chicken pot pie. Have you seen that video? And these are pretty soft. You see how easily I could puncture it? So this is a whole head of cauliflower. Just going to throw that in there. And we're also going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And I also ladled out some hot water from when it was boiling, just in case it needs more liquid to get moving. But let's see. I'm going to put a little bit of water, or try to get most of the water in here. Alright, a little bit. You only want to start with a little bit because if it's too liquidy, it won't be good. Pretty liquidy right now. It's actually a little bit more liquidy than I would like. But I'm going to add a tablespoon of nutritional yeast You don't have to add that if you don't like it. I just like the taste. And a little bit of sea salt. Then I'm going to blend that up one more time. Last part, we are just going to put this on here. And for those of you that don't know what nutritional yeast is, it just gives it a cheesy flavor. But it's one of those things you have to try. You can get it at the bulk section at Whole Foods. So you could try a little bit of it. If you don't like it, you didn't waste money. So I'm just making sure this goes into all the nook and crannies. And the oven is preheated at 350 degrees. And we're just going to bake this until the top is like golden a little bit. Everything's cooked already, so you don't have to bake it for a long time. There you go. You can give this to your kids. They will never know the difference. Just don't tell them what's in it. All right. There we go. Nice and pretty. Okay, I'm going to put this in. I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to check on it and see where it's at and see if I need an extra 5 minutes. The shepherd's pie is all out the oven, and it's a little bit, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little bit golden brown. It's never going to be like super like yellow, but I tasted it. It tastes delicious, so I hope you guys enjoy it. That's it.